Okay, and you've got the first reaction from the Supreme Court on the entire debate surrounding the judiciary, particularly on its verdicts that came in last week, whether it was on the Waqf law or, for that matter, on the timeline given to governors and the president on assent to bills. The Supreme Court has said we've been accused of encroaching parliamentary rights, and this is an observation essentially made by the Supreme Court while they were hearing the petition seeking president's rule in Bengal. And so the Supreme Court has asked the petitioner, do you want a legal order to the president? Do you want us to send a legal order to the president? And it is in line with that the Supreme Court also took note of the fact that there's been this huge debate about whether there's been judicial overreach in matters related to bills being sent to the governors and the president. Let's bring in Srishti Ojha for more details on this. Srishti, we have to highlight again that this was merely a remark made in the course of a hearing by the top court.
Well, yes, Akshita, as we saw recently, some statements came from BJP MP Nishikant Dubey against the Chief Justice of India and also the Supreme Court, criticizing it of the recent judgments, of some of the judgments that have been passed by it. We've seen in the last 2 days, letters have been written to the Attorney General of India. A letter has also been written to the Chief Justice of India seeking contempt action. When the matter was mentioned today before a bench led by Justice B.R. Gavai, seeking contempt action against Mr. Dubey, the court clearly asked as to what is the counsel expecting out of the court. When the counsel said that he wants to file a contempt petition, the Supreme Court clearly pointed out that if the lawyer wants to file such petition, he can go ahead with it. He would need an approval, a sanction from the Attorney General and not from the court. Moments later, we saw another petition being mentioned before the court where a plea seeking imposition of precedent's rule is in West Bengal was mentioned before the top court for listing of some applications. Now, this matter is already listed before the court tomorrow. A remark came in considering the prayers in that matter. Remark came in from Justice B.R. Gavai questioning the lawyer if they want the court to issue mandamus, a direction to the Union of India, a mandamus to the president. The court, in as many words, said, you want us to issue a mandamus to the president. As it is, we are being alleged to be encroaching upon parliamentary and executive functions, which clearly seems like a reaction to the recent criticism that has come in from political leaders, first the Vice President, then a BJP MP, to the judgments that are being passed by the Supreme Court. So this, in a way, is, even though an indirect reaction, clearly this is a first reaction that we've seen coming from a Supreme Court judge to the recent criticism and the remarks that are coming in against the top court.
Srishti, thanks very much for joining us with all of those details. Remarks that come in from the Supreme Court while they were hearing a plea seeking president's rule being imposed in Bengal, referring to the entire debate over whether there was judicial overreach in the matter of the Supreme Court issuing timelines for the governors and president with regards to approval or assent to bills.